Welcome back to the show. Our next guest is a very talented singer-songwriter who's about to release her musical baby into the world this Friday.
Well, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Please welcome Kiera Dignam. Very welcome to the Six Sofa. And congratulations, Neppo Baby is out this Friday.
Yes.
And what a name. Straight away, I just can start thinking of stories, the whole lot. But tell us, Neppo Baby, what was the reason behind that?
So I've always been accused of being a Nepo baby. So it's always been a case of I've been working so hard. Like, I'm gigging since I was 13.
Wow.
So, and I'm now older than that. So I've been years and years gigging and grafting and trying to develop who I am as a singer and as an artist and as a performer. And it still always comes down to nepotism. You're only there because of your second name or because of who your dad is and whatever. So I kind of thought, it used to annoy me and I used to try and work so hard to prove myself. And I got to the stage with this album, it's been so long coming, such a struggle to get here. And now I'm kind of saying, you know what? The people are going to say it, I might as well be in on the joke.
Oh, it's a catchy name, though. Yeah. Really catchy name.
Of course. And it's fake news because you have grafted the whole way through. And it's what, 10-year overnight success is probably what it feels like to you. And it's like you feel like you're in on the joke now and you can have a laugh with everyone.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. If you can't beat them, join them type of thing.
I love that. Great attitude.
And so I have to ask now, obviously your dad, Kiera Dignam, did you tell him the name of the album? Because I'd say, knowing his sense of humour, I'd say he thought it was gas.
Yeah, like, well, I was still kind of hemming and hawing about it because I was going to go with just self-titled and I was thinking of all these different things and I kept going back to that, back to Neppo Baby, and he didn't know before he went that was definitely going to be it. But yeah, I think I definitely have his kind of dark humour and dark wit, so I know exactly how he'd feel about it. Like, he would totally, as I said earlier, I was speaking to somebody and I was saying, like, I was strongly advised against the name. Like, everyone was saying, Kiera, it's not a good idea. It can look negative, you can look sarcastic. And I was like, what's wrong with being sarcastic? That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no such thing as bad publicity. If people are talking about it, they're talking about
it. And I can explain myself and hopefully I can back it up with the songs. So, yeah, it was a kind of a case of, let's have a little laugh. He'd laugh too, somewhere, wherever he is.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a great humour in it and it grabs you straight away, the name Neppo Baby. But you've been working on this album collection of songs for 3 years. Yeah. Can you give us some of the stories behind the songs?
So I worked with a great singer-songwriter and producer, Don Mescal. So he was living in England at the time. He's actually from Limerick. He's back in Ireland now. But before lockdown, I was chatting to him. I was going to do an EP, 3 or 4 tracks. And because we literally went into lockdown from, like, say we were to fly out on the Thursday, we went into lockdown Wednesday. So it was like, what's going to happen now? So he was like, listen, relax. We'll do it on Zoom. We'll chat back and forward. My husband Darren's in the band with me, so he plays guitar and piano. So we were able to work out keys, and then we were back and forward to Don, sending him videos and what do you reckon, how does this sound? And he's coming back and forward. We did that for like 2 years, thinking it's going to happen, like, with the album be out next month, or the EP be out next month. And then we got to the stage where we were like, we're still in lockdown, let's keep going, we'll do an album, why not? So that's kind of how it kind of developed into an album. So I kind of had said to Don, I wanted a little bit of everything. I don't want to be put in one box. I've been put in a box my whole life. So I wanted to kind of have a little bit of R&B. I wanted to have a rock song. I don't have a rap song on it, but...
On the next one. Yeah,
I have to start somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, I want to have a little bit of everything. So there's a kind of... Don has a strong country sound through a lot of his music. So there's a little bit of country in some of the songs. And so I have a little bit of everything to kind of try to appeal to everybody. I didn't want to just appeal to one group or one age group or one genre. I wanted to have a little bit of everything. So hopefully that's what I did.
Had a very productive lockdown, I must say. Wow.
That and making banana bread.
There you go. Like I know, got to make the banana bread.
Yeah.
Because it took 3 years to make. Did your dad? I'm guessing that he might have heard a lot of the songs. Did he have a favourite?
All of the songs he liked on the album were I love all the songs, obviously, but we didn't agree on, and he was like, this one I think is really strong, and I was like, no, this one, and then Darren would pick another one.
Oh, for choosing the single that's going to be used.
Yeah, trying to decide what the single would be. So he had, because obviously he had different ideas of what he liked and the way he'd like my voice and stuff like that, but he was never going to win. Like, I was always going to pick the single anyway, so...
You're dead right. And you know your sound the best, of course. But you've spoken before about being kind of shy, but then singing brought your personality out and gave you the confidence. And I believe when your father was passing away, he wanted you to carry on his legacy. So do you think in kind of a beautiful way that that's his way of getting you to be confident and fulfill your potential?
Yeah, I think maybe in a way it was kind of a thing of continue. Don't, like, I was gigging 3 nights a week for the last 15 years. And last year when he got really sick, I stopped completely. So myself and Darren were just helping my mum. Like, I'm an only child, so it was just us to kind of help at home and when he wasn't well. So I think it was maybe it was his kind of way of saying, like, get back out there. So I think a lot of people probably think this is very soon. It's only 4 months since he died, but I'm powering through it and it's given me a focus. It's given me something positive to focus on, you know? So yeah, I think it was his little kind of nudge to say, carry on my legacy, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I was going to do it anyway, so it's nice to have his kind of...
And he knows how good you are, of course. He wants you to get the music out there.
Yeah. And you are very, very busy because you're not just bringing out this long-awaited album, you're also playing a lot of gigs, loads of upcoming gigs. So how does it feel then ending the year on such a, doing what you love?
Yeah, and it's a positive.
Yes.
It's a good end to a crap year, really. Yeah, so I'm playing in Opium in town in Dublin. That was meant to the 27th. I had booked thinking hopefully a few friends and family might come. That sold out. I was like, what? So now we have a second night, the 28th. So there's still a few tickets for that. I'm doing Moat Theatre, and then there's on my Instagram and Facebook, I have all the gigs coming up there. But there's just every day now I'm starting to get more and more interest and more theatres around the country interested in having me play. So it's really exciting because nobody has heard any of the songs off the album yet, and it's already going so well, and it's such support. It's great, and so I'm hoping once the single's out, well, the pre-sale now, album's out in the morning. So I'm hoping once the album's out, then we'll be flying.
Oh wow, sold out, probably.
Of course it will.
Wow.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Sell out gigs all over the country, but it wasn't always like that for you because I heard a little story of you playing in a pub toilet. Is that true?
Technically, it wasn't.
That's a graph there now, isn't it?
Yeah, proper putting in your hours.
Let me explain. So we were playing. I just started off, as I said, it was an apprenticeship. I started off in small little pubs because those were the only places that would have me at the time, and you have to kind of build yourself up, which is cool because that, as I said, that's how you develop. So myself and my husband Darren, we were playing as a two-piece at the time. There's 7 of us now in the band, but 2 of us anyway. We played this place, and it was literally myself, him, and the barman. And he was like, "Yes, are actually really good." And I was like, "Thanks very much, Vincent." So it was kind of, he was like shouting songs out. "Do you know such and such? Do you know Celine Dion? Do you know this?" So we were like, "All right." So we had a bit of a laugh with him. So the following week, he's like, "Come back and play next Saturday." So we came back and all Vincent's family were there. A few of the locals that he had said, "Come along, they're actually half decent." And there was no room for us. So we ended up having to squash into a little corner at the door of the toilet. So I'm holding the mic and I'm like, "Sorry, I'll just move out of your way, let people into the bathroom."
Well, I presume those gigs you learn the most doing that kind of stuff. Would you agree?
Yeah, but I haven't done that one though. That's it's a different one.
Not quite. But that's it. Like, the people at those gigs are the absolute salt of the earth, and they give you your kind of your confidence, and they'll say, "Do you know what suit you? Or what type of music?" And like, sometimes they'd suggest songs for me to sing that I would never in a million years sing. But at the time I was doing covers. But I think with that's what's so scary about my own stuff now, because when you're hiding behind somebody else's song, like you can go out and sing a Beyonce song or Celine Dion, and they're great songs, but they're someone else's. So now it's like I'm exposing myself totally with my own stuff. So that's scary, but it's exciting.
Oh my God, it's exciting. Nice risk taking, putting your own words out there.
Exactly.
Kiera, you're going to be performing a little later.
Yes.
Can't wait.
We're getting an exclusive. Looking forward to that
yes.
one. Yes, thanks a million, Kiera.
Thank you.
Now, Kiera's new single, What If You Got It Wrong, is out now, and her album, Neppo Baby, is out tomorrow.
So exciting.